Hello everyone, this is Akuchi back with some more Dominion. I'll be playing another League match, this time against yurikamome. Yurikamome has beat me pretty bad, I think, the last few times we played. See if we can do any better. Here we have Blockade and Donate. It looks pretty good. We have villages. Pretty much everything costs 4 or less that we want. So Blockade seems extra good. So what are we actually doing, though? Do we want to use, like, Baron as our payload? This is pretty weird. Guess we can use Innkeeper for sifting and then a pair of aristocrats. Maybe to get at least a tiny bit of hand size increase. As for the open, probably just Blockade, Donate. So there's an argument to be made that we should get like silver on turn 2. Could also open Baron Donate, but then we'd have to keep a copper, I think, for any of that to play nicely. And Blockade's good just because it'll give out curses, which are pretty awkward. Aristocrat. I mean, that's definitely a card I want. But do I want it now? I don't think so. So do we want to donate this turn? Or do we want to wait until next turn? I think I'm happy to wait. Because here we'll get Baron and donate. The silver, I guess, isn't accomplishing much. A little unfortunate. Looks like my opponent's going pretty much all in on blockades. Maybe I should have gotten an aristocrat instead of a mining village. Because I do want 2 aristocrats, right? My opponent kept a copper, which is interesting. So if we keep a copper, then we can buy an aristocrat. Let's do it. Hmm. Do I even want another Baron? We're kind of running out of draw. We can't, like, draw up and play. Yeah, I don't even really know. We're in a pretty awkward position. Well, the board is awkward, I suppose. Not sure where to go from here. Like, should we... Hmm. Should we donate, is a question. I really don't know. It's pretty costly. But it does save this turn. Do we keep the silver? I don't know. A third aristocrat is probably okay. Helps us more reliably kick off, and then terminal gold is fine on this board. It's a weird one. So mining village is good for reach, right? Because we can trash them and try to like close out. Getting more than one baron seems greedy. Okay, Yuri's going pretty hard. Alright, well. So we pay off our debt here. Do I even want a blockade? Unclear. I think it's... Well, we could get a silver here and just try to start provincing. Although I think provincing is pretty likely anyway. But I think it's pretty good to put the curse on silver. I don't really need another blockade, I think. I missed that our opponent donated. Alright, it looks like we get to play our aristocrats. Yeah, probably we should have gotten a blockade instead of a silver. Although I don't know if I would have had the actions. I should be thinking about piles. It's just... I don't know. Maybe I should have gotten that blockade. Then I could have threatened piles better. Especially with mining village. But there's still like curse. There may still be time to pick up a blockade. If we're first to province, which seems likely, then we have a little more opportunity to just lower the piles. It's safer that way. Yeah, we could have gotten a second Baron. It's just, it works on this turn, but on future turns it won't. Wait a moment, how did you get that Baron? Oh, Way of the Seal. Oh my god, that's really cool. Huh. So maybe we can do the same thing. It's a problem with the actions, though. But that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So we're only going to have 3 coins left over. I guess I can be an aristocrat. Or it could be a silver. I just don't think second Baron is really going to pay off. I really do need some more plus actions. Well, that is awkward. That is awkward. I could have gained and played a blockade, but that doesn't seem to accomplish much. Well, that would be better, because it's like whatever I played would have been there. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Not really sure. I want mining villages, but I don't want curses, you know? So that's the spot we're in. I don't think I want an aristocrat. Because I can't really play it. Do I want a silver? Hmm. Not really. Not really. Jeez. Do I want anything? I could get an estate. And there is some potential there. Mostly I'm just hoping my opponent gains a mining village next turn. Because then I can win. I suppose if our opponent just buys a mining village, maybe we can't win because of the curse situation. Because we don't actually have a bunch of buys. I think we only have two. Oh, are they going to win? I wonder how this is going to play out. They do have a lot of blockades. 4. But can they empty curses? And also get province duchy? I don't see it, but my opponent does. Bravo. Going all in. They find a second aristocrat. They might not have. There's no guarantee that they do. Could be in their bottom 3 cards. Just gains a bunch of estates. Interesting. So they bottom decked aristocrat estate. Wait, can I just win on estates now? So I think we just get 3 estates. That's points neutral. And then we have to buy a province. Um, well, I think the best way to do that is to start with an innkeeper. But do we want to do 6, draw 5, discard 6? That's the question. Can we win doing that? If we find both our mining villages, that's 4 coins. And then 4 coins from Baron. So that's 2 stop cards, the 4 coins from Baron, and then three more from Blockade. Well, first of all, do we have the actions for that? Once we play Aristocrat, Aristocrat, Mining Village, we have 4 actions, so yes. So the question is, if we do +5, discard 6, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards left in deck, or in hand, and that's exactly the number we need. Well, we can do slightly better. But the problem with that is that's going to trigger a shuffle. And we might need all the cards we see. Like, we're going to discard down to 5. And 3 blockades, Baron, 2 aristocrat. Like, that's too many. So I think we need to do +3 cards, discard 3. It's tricky, though. Alright, well, we found aristocrat. That's not a guarantee that we find the mining village, though. It's also not a guarantee that we find another estate down there. Again, it's all likely, but not guaranteed. We need the Baron for +buy, I think, just in case some bad stuff happens here. So should we discard this estate? That's the question. It's pretty likely that we see everything down there, but it's not guaranteed. Like, we could bottom deck a mining village. Oh, we guaranteed see the estate. Okay. That's not great. So now the question is, can we shoot? Freaking bottom deck mining village. Literally, that's the only outcome that doesn't make an easy win. So now let me see if there's any possible win. We have exactly 8 coins if we trash mining village, play Baron. We have 11 if we play the aristocrat. But then we only have 1 action left. So we're kind of screwed, I think. And if we just gain 1 mining village, don't we make it easy for our opponent to win? That was really unlucky, I think. So I think we just get province and then gain an innkeeper. Man, that's frustrating. Bottom decked a mining village. I think I need an innkeeper. I think it's required. Wow, that's a nice hand. Jeez, that's so frustrating. Maybe we could have done it with +5, discard 6. It depends. It depends on what we draw, I guess. Their opponent's out of villages, so they just have 2 actions left here. And if they blockade a mining village, we threaten to win again this turn. Potentially. I'm actually not sure. If they blockade a mining village and buy province, maybe they're out of reach. Or I'll need to pick up an estate as well or something. Yeah, my opponent kind of destroyed their deck. They might not even have the second Baron, you know? That might be in their bottom 2 cards, in which case they can't even buy province. Okay. They're banking on another turn. But they can't buy province now, right? Yeah. So we're good. Okay. Okay. This might as well be +1 card. Let's just go ahead and win. So my win condition is buy 3 or get 3 mining villages and a duchy. That's a win. We should be able to do that with this option. 3 mining villages. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Oh shoot. I'm wrong. Oh no. Why did I think this would work? Wait. It does work. Okay, because I don't need any more reactions. Oh, God. Alright. Yeesh. That was ridiculous. That was such a stressful first game. I played Yuri's game there, definitely. Those are the kinds of boards that I dislike, or the kind of end games that I usually lose, but managed to win there. Blimey. Hmm. So it's all about monkey draw, I guess. So should we open with Exorcist? Exorcist Monkey is a good way to not be able to buy anything. Is that okay? It is important to trash cards. Exorcist is the only... No. Junk Dealer does that also. This is tricky. Now, we could pair Exorcist with Silver, Smugglers, some other stuff. I don't know if any of that's good. Like, if we see Smugglers turn 3, is that going to be any good? Maybe. This is a tricky open. We do want a Junk Dealer, because Exorcist trashing Copper is no good. And it's going to have other targets with, like, Skulk. Monkey's pretty good. If you see it turn 3, it's pretty likely to just, get you to see all your cards. Yeah, I think I'll go with Monkey. Ooh, Fortune Hunter, exciting. Well, our next turn is going to be bad. That much is clear. We might hit 3, but we're not likely to. So that's an argument for picking up another Monkey, but I kind of want to get a Skulk, just so I have the gold and can actually afford Junk Dealer. Skulk is certainly better than Silver here, because Exorcist can trash it for value. I mean, this looks good. You can get a monkey. Smugglers. I hate smugglers. Okay. Our opponent might be able to smuggle a junk dealer, but so it goes. This is also bad because our Exorcist misses the shuffle and it doesn't have any estates. Or Skulk. It's just bad. Alright, should we get another junk dealer? That's the question. Hmm. Yeah, probably. Probably. It's close, though. My motivation is mostly, like, what else am I going to buy there? Smugglers or monkey, I guess. Alright. We're going to leave the estate for Exorcist, I think. I do want a smugglers, but you know what I want even more? Another monkey. Nice. Let's go. This is a very nice turn. Okay, so we have a bunch of money. We're probably going to buy a villa. Did our opponent play a monkey? They did. Well, congratulations. You're going to get quite a lot out of it. Oh, so it goes. It doesn't do much. Yeah, let's start smuggling stuff. So there you go. Enjoy your turn. Oh, monkey. Oh wow, I missed that our opponent has three three junk dealers. But hmm? Wow. This is wild. They did not play a monkey, so that's good. Alright, what do we want? Um Another smuggler seems greedy to me. So should we start on the groundskeeper? It does make our opponent's smugglers better, potentially. And it's definitely a question like whether we should be playing multiple monkeys. It is kind of a key card. But we're also going to get to buy something this upcoming turn, which could very well be a monkey. So I guess being able to gain a groundskeeper while we can is pretty fine. Let's go. Forgot about Animal Fair. It was not a very good turn from our opponent. We might be ready to trash this junk dealer. Let's see. So I think we're definitely going to buy a villa. That seems correct. At which point do we want to play this Animal Fair and get up to 7? Or do we just want another Animal Fair? You know, that's another option. Excuse me, 8. 8 is pretty good because we can get groundskeeper smugglers. Hmm. How do we like maximize our next turn? I wonder. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm wrong about that anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy smugglers. And buys. Exorcist. Let's get an imp. And another animal fair. And yeah, our opponent drew a billion cards, but whatever. So I feel ahead, but it's still a very dangerous board. Like when is the pile threat gonna occur? It's quite unclear with smugglers and villa. Our opponent cannot smuggle on animal fare. That's something they cannot do. Boy, this match may last a while. That's bold. So probably the piles to watch out for are smugglers, monkey, and a villa. Alright, my opponent's pretty trashed. They may have 3 copper left, though. They can smuggle a villa. There you go. So with 2 monkeys in play, my opponent can probably just draw a deck pretty trivially. But there's still overdraw considerations. I kind of want to skulk. Hey, groundskeeper's another pile that might empty. Well, well, well. Um, where do we go from here? What is the most we can do on this turn? Can we win? Is that a thing we can do? If we smuggle enough cards. I kind of doubt it, but... Oh wait, I don't think our opponent gained a smugglers. No, I think they did. So can we win? I think it's plausible. Especially like we can animal fare our monkeys. Huh. I think it's plausible. Hmm. Alright, so let's count our draw. So we get 2 smugglers. We use 2 will-o-wisps. We get 2 more smugglers. Now the pile's at 1. We can draw that with will-o-wisp groundskeeper. We get another smuggler. We can draw that with junk dealer. So then we have basically 2 gains from our smugglers, which can be villas. And so we've played all our draw. And now we just have to gain 4 villas and 2 monkeys. And the villas effectively they all cost 3. And then we need to gain like an estate. So that's going to be 6 times 3 is 18. That's kind of a lot, but we're going to have 4 animal fairs, which is like 16. Oh, we can't gain and play the animal fairs, right. We have to like pick and choose. Hmm. So we just have the money in front of us, actually. I guess another option is to potentially try to end it on animal fairs. If we can empty another pile first. But it can't be villa, that doesn't work. What if we just emptied monkeys, animal fairs, and villa? That doesn't seem great. Alright, so back to where we were. 18 coins. We have 8, 10, 14, 15. I think we're a little short. I think we're short. So another option available to us is we could just empty villas as a denial play to our opponent. I kind of like that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Can we even do that? That's going to cost us quite a lot. We do that, our opponent has pretty much just 3 terminal actions available to them. Maybe that's enough. Yeah, maybe I had the win here. This board, man. This board is breaking my brain. Ooh. I mean, I just don't even know. So we could get We could smuggle another groundskeeper. If we can. If that even will work. Maybe our opponent can just win. Jeez. This is really breaking my brain. We can like exercise a villa maybe. That's an option too. Hmm. I have all this draw and I don't know how to use it, you know? I could get more smugglers, but I think I only want to gain things that can't be smuggled. Well, I already gained a groundskeeper, so I guess that's not the case. Oh, this is rough. This is rough. Oh, I'm so sorry to everybody watching me fumble here because I just don't know what to do. I'm so confused as to what I should be doing. I don't think I have a win, but man, it's possible I did. And then if I'm not going for a win, how do I even take advantage of all this draw I have? Do I just start trashing will-o-wisps into animal fairs? I'm thinking about it. At least two of them. I am thinking about it. Man, this is really hurting me. And then what are we going to exercise? Uh, could just be the junk dealer. That could be fine. All right. Let's just do this. Okay. So we've done all that. I guess we need more villas to play this stuff. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Don't know why I didn't think about that. I suppose at this point we could get another terminal action. Um, we can't actually. We just don't have the bias. I guess we'd empty villas now. Man, I don't know. I don't know how to play this game. Stupid. What a stupid turn I just took. I just have no idea what I'm doing. At least the villas are gone. I mean, there's that. Jeez. Oh, what a stupid turn. Sure hope the next few games are easier on the brain, because this one destroyed me. So there it is. I think our opponent just has the two villas. So they've got three actions. What are they going to do with them? I don't think they can win. And if they can't win, maybe I win. Or maybe it gets into a weird slog, but I have the advantage because I have the villas. Now I have way too many terminal actions at this point. But that could be okay. I mean, all of them can turn into animal fairs, so I have a lot of like pile out potential. Assuming, I get to see some of my villas. I found some villas. Alright, well, if I get another turn, it's going to be a good one. I have so many junk dealers. Look at this. I think they need to play a monkey, probably. They might have an animal fair that they want to play instead. I don't know. 4 groundskeepers in play, that's not bad. Oh, no monkey. Cool. Alright, so we can empty estates. That seems pretty good to me. Maybe in groundskeepers as well. Yeah, we've got plenty of that going on. Oh, we do not have plenty of draw. um, but yeah, this looks pretty likely to win. All right, emptying villas was correct. Sorry it took me so long to figure that out. I just could not decide what to do. Well, this board does not look trivial. On the other hand, no, it just doesn't. Oh no. Alright, well at least we don't have Necropolis, so we don't have to worry about Woodworkers Necropolis, but yeah, Woodworkers looks really good with Farrier. There's a lot of good cheap cards. So, do we want to open with a Militia or a Change? I feel like we gotta play with Change, right? Because this is really awkward that you can't change an estate into a 2-cost card. That'd be really good here, you know? can change a copper into a 2-cost card at least. Oh, we're inheriting something? Oh my god. What is... Why? Alright, so we have either the 3 or 4 here. Likely 4. And yeah, we have a clean shuffle, regardless. Dude, this is so weird. I think I want to change. If I can get a change, I'm going to play a change. Because, like, it's the trashing. And trashing is good. So it's that simple. Oh, I miss it. There was a, well, good thing we both have hunting party in the 3 in, turn 1. It'd be, well, turn 2 hunting party could actually be better if you had 4 coins in your first hand, right? It could be better. Hmm, 5. That's probably another hunting party, but it could be a lost city. I would like to play with a militia. So I think I do want to get a lost city. Another option is a big farrier overpay. Because we can use Woodworkers Guild to get a lost city. But, I mean, our next turn is going to be pretty good regardless, I think. I think I like a lost city. I'm thinking about the farrier now. Because it is good with Woodworkers Guild. Opponent held on to it, it looks like. Alright, 3 cards extra. Be a lot of money. I think it's worth it. It's good that we didn't draw it, probably. Okay, so now we can change estate into militia. And then woodwork farrier into lost city. And then what? We could, I guess, farrier again. I kind of like having plus buy. I know Grotto's a good card. I'll get there eventually. Oh yeah, Militia's really good against the farrier overpay from the opponent, So get it while the getting's good, with farrier. Thank you. This is not great. This is really unlucky. Those bottom cards are a hunting party, a change, and a farrier. Like, what the heck? So our opponent got a militia, triggered a shuffle. They have 2 lost cities. I think it's too risky for us to get a big farrier overpay. I don't think that accomplishes anything. So we should probably get a lost city here. Pretty unlucky. Yeah, nothing else to say about that. Unlucky. And this turn might be bad. We're going to discard 2 copper and then play the farrier maybe. Before hunting party. But there's estates down there. Why do I have 1 VP? Oh, right, inherited. Well, we have 1 estate down there. Jeez, that was unlucky. I would have rather had change in that hand instead of militia, certainly. This is important to note that farrier is the plus buy. There's also bauble, but it is the like convenient plus buy. We did have, I guess, a better open anyway because we had 4. So this is our luck changing, but it's all good. Not ideal. We need more. We need draw more than anything. I feel like. So probably estate to hunting party. I guess we could go Lost City, but I'd rather hold off on that until we can do the thing that our opponent just did. We don't really need more terminal actions as far as I can tell. So hunting party, pay off some debt. I think that's the way of it. Here's a problem. We can't do that trick this turn, so just good to know. We'll need to play militia before. Ooh. Whenever we discard. I'm thinking about discarding militia. We might be able to get around to it with hunting party. Alternatively, we discard a lost city. That feels bad. But maybe not. Maybe the correct move. I think it's the correct move. So our opponent's setting up the ability to play a lot of changes. That's what these lost cities are threatening. Wow, they are really going for it. Let's go. And we can actually change and then play hunting party. which is pretty cool. Hmm. We do need, like, some money. Our opponent can play with more animal fairs than we can. We could do the Lost City Militia thing, but doesn't seem that good. I was thinking something very silly. I was thinking, oh, we should get a bauble so we can get a favor so we can turn a cheap action into an animal fair. That's not necessary. Opponent's gaining a bunch of farriers. That upsets me. This is guaranteed to draw. Okay, so we can change into another grotto if we want this, like, consistent thing we've got going on. Might be overkill, but it'll be good at some point. So now if we don't need plus spy, which I don't think we do, we can do that, and that. So do we want the bauble or another farrier? Probably a farrier. We'll get the animal fair. We're like way behind our opponent. I'm not sure. Like, our upside is Grotto, which is like, hey, we're gonna try to play for a longer game with provinces, but we can't even buy provinces. And we're not set up to play multiple animal fairs. So it's pretty dubious what we're doing. Yeah, that one turn where we bottom decked our key cards, that really hurt. But I don't know if that fully explains the situation. Maybe our opponent had just a better game plan here. I'm not sure. They haven't even like added the animal fair yet, so I don't know. This grotto stuff has definitely slowed me down, and probably hasn't really helped much. I probably need to I needed to have played a little more greedy. That's what I'm thinking right now. Look at this hand, and like I didn't need the reliability. Last turn, it was a little rougher. Yeah, now our opponent's following. I think about the change in hand, actually. Right. Yeah, this is guaranteed. To draw a unique. Now we can change stuff. I feel like I need... I don't know. What do I need? What's good here? We could change into change and draw that. And then we could change into a lost city. And then play the militia. But we can't actually do that because we have too much debt. So nope, we can't do that. Could change into bauble. Or we could just change into farrier and buy a farrier. Just kind of like empty the farriers and get an animal fair. Right. I think that's probably our play. I don't love it. I don't love it. Yeah, now animal fare gives plus buy, so just getting more of them is good. But our opponent has all those lost cities. We're just so far behind. Maybe we should resign? Yeah, it's looking rough. Okay, where do we go from here? I suppose we could get that last lost city. Try not to be so hopelessly behind. Yeah, I don't know. Our opponent can probably just win this turn. Maybe we shouldn't have even played the grotto. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was a hopeless cause, but definitely threw that away. Threw away any chance of winning with that play. Just felt like we needed to get the lost city. All right. Pathfinding on Urchin could be pretty good. We do have Frigate, though. So maybe it's like a hunting lodge kind of thing. Any way to reveal patron? I don't see it. So, any reason not to open double urchin? I don't see it. Urchins into frigate, into hunting lodges, maybe some foragers, some patrons. Could open Patreon and just say, hey, I'm trying to hit 5. I'm not gonna roll to collide, but nah, I preferred the double urchin. Sometimes the simple thing is better than the fancy thing. That's often the case with urchin, I think. But it would be nice to have a villager by the time we get mercenary, so I'm definitely eyeing patron favorably on turn 3 or 4. Assuming we don't collide, probably we'll go patron urchin if we can. And if we can't, that means we hit 5 and we should get a frigate. That seems clear to me. Ooh, 5-2. I don't think that's good here. I don't think that's good. I'd probably open frigate. It's not particularly good early, but on the other hand, it's a target for which you can activate your urchin on turn 5 or 6. Unless you play it on turn 4, then you can't do that. Tricky. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do on the 5-2. I can't spare any brain cells to contemplate further. I wonder if Forger's ever going to be worth more than 1. I'm not really planning to get a silver or a fool's gold or a gold. Yep, there it is. Hey, we get lucky. That's less lucky. All right. What do we do? Well, maybe we maybe we get a silver now. So next turn we buy a patron. That much is clear. I don't hate a forager here. But I think I prefer silver a little bit more. We'll pick up a forager later. Alright, our opponent got the good draw, which is frigate on turn 3 as opposed to 4. Captain! I'll pick up more patrons, I think. They're not amazing, but they're fine. So our mercenary misses. That's fine. We got good luck before. Ooh, Devil's Workshop. Wow. So do we open with a frigate or a hunting lodge? I think I want to stockpile some villagers. And we have plenty of coins. Let's go a hunting lodge and then we'll get frigate. Ooh. Does that work? Yeah. You can captain an urchin to get a mercenary. So if I hit 6 here, I'll get a captain, because that can play a forager, which is the plus buy here. Um, yeah, let's discard and draw. Not ideal. I think I'll captain his warehouse. Just trust in the heart of the cards. Our mercenary has kind of missed our shuffle both times. And we've missed our estates both times. Pretty frustrating. Oh. I thought I'd have 3 cards. We're gonna forage this estate. Uh, well, we're really far behind. It looked real good on turn 1. And then it stopped being good real quick. Real quick. I think this Devil's Workshop, I don't know. I guess it's fine. Can we freaking find our mercenary not at the bottom of the shuffle? Can we do that? I mean, apparently the answer is no. We can't. We're not allowed to have nice things. So, should we get, like, Hunting Lodge Frigate here? I think so. It's like, yeah, it would be nice to have more captains, I guess. Please give me a turn. Oh, fool's gold. Come on, Hunting Lodge. Come on, Hunting Lodge. Take a captain also. Not what I want. Not at all what I want. This is rough. This is real rough. We finally got to the point where it's impossible for us to dud. Yay. So what now? What now? Um, hmm. Oh shoot, we played 2 frigates this turn. So we really need to get another frigate. That is unfortunate. And that means this turn's going to be weaker. Where are our freaking hunting lodges? Can't play this captain as a forger. That's just not a thing I can do. I mean, I can't play them both as forgers because we have 3 hunting lodges in our bottom 6 cards. Obviously, why would we not? Lasai. I guess Devil's Workshop is things you can trash to forger, so it's got that going on. Should we do a warehouse? I guess we should do a warehouse. Discard 3 cards. Ah! Discard another card. Can I start with a hunting lodge? Why am I not allowed to start with a hunting lodge? Why is this too much to ask? I'm not trashing the silver yet because I can't get multiple foragers out of it. Oh, true. So should we get a captain or a duchy? Probably needs to be a duchy. Hard to imagine winning otherwise. I just cannot start with a hunting lodge in my hand. So how can I possibly win? This is ridiculous. It's 3, 4 turns in a row. Probably just give this game up, assuming my opponent doesn't dud here. I mean, I will if they take 2 provinces. I'll give up. Or will I? I don't know. Whatever. Every time. Oh, I might dead here. I don't even care anymore. Oh. Alright. That was frustrating. Very frustrating. Bad draws after turn 3. Or 4. Okay, we got Bridge Troll. Festival as the only plus actions that sticks around. Are there any landing party tricks? I don't see it. Research is the trashing, so I guess we should probably open that. 5 cost cards are good, so we should probably open with silver, even though dungeon is also good. Yeah, I think research, silver, get a Margrave and stuff. I mean, count is trashing technically, but I don't think I want to play with count. Maybe. Maybe it's not terrible with research, actually. It could be decent. I'll consider it. If I get like a research turn 3, maybe count turn 4, it could work. It could work. Because if you're really thin, then you can just play festivals and bridge trolls. You need very little draw. Like 2 festivals, 3 bridge trolls, so you do the same thing next turn. That's like really good. Then you just get some landing parties and 2 more bridge trolls, and yeah, you just like win the game. So yeah, I think getting thin fast is the top priority. Well, Margrave interferes with that plan I just mentioned. You need to play with Margrave, but just add an extra festival Margrave, and then what I said kind of works out. Maybe. I guess Festival Margrave only increases hand size by 1. So yeah, it is a little tricky. Landing Party's huge. Yeah, maybe. But you gotta thin. That's important. But I'm gonna keep an eye on Landing Party, you know? Our opponent just opens it. That's fine. You know what this is? This is bullshit. That's what this is. I don't even know if it's better than nothing. But it probably is. That's some serious bull. My opponent just keeps buying landing parties. Alright, is it worth it to trash one estate? I'm really nervous. I think my opponent wins here. I'm pretty nervous. Research is pretty bad with Ridge Troll, you know? Okay. I drew one card with Dungeon. um, so we probably want a festival. Festival kind of sets up the other stuff. I think my opponent's better off for having 3 landing parties. I mean, well, that's obvious. I really hope my Festival and Margrave are the top 2 cards. I really hope my Festival is not the bottom card. I really, really hope that. You know? It could be a real good turn. If the top 2 cards are Festival Margrave. Boy, this takes a long time, this game. This match. Give me the good draw. No good draw. This game sucks. What an awful game. All landing parties all the time. That's amusing. That's clever. Wow. That's an interesting game plan from Yuri. I won't lie. That's a very interesting game plan. Alright, we're discarding 2 cards. Doesn't really matter. We're going to draw 3, so we might as well do count for top deck and +3. We probably don't trash here. Alternatively, we could trash and get a landing party. So obviously we're getting bridge troll. That much is obvious. Hmm. Hmm. Our opponent doesn't have a Margrave, which is weird. Hmm. I guess getting more Margraves is also an option. Like, eventually. Or Rabble or whatever. Jeez, these landing parties are killing me. This is a very clever interaction, this landing party leprechaun thing. And they're getting golds, which, whatever. It is what it is. Sure would have been nice if we could attack, but we didn't. We could research count here, potentially. Alright, so we got to our bridge troll. We don't really need to keep playing, do we? Should we get 2 landing parties? Alternatively, since we have the landing party there, we could go bridge troll leprechaun. It's just that leprechaun doesn't do a whole lot in the long term. Like, will our opponent empty landing parties on us? They might. I think that's too much of a risk. Or is it? I kind of missed their last turn. Our opponent's got options for sure. I mean, they're gonna activate Leprechaun. They could potentially draw it back up, but do they want to save their landing parties instead? I'm not sure. Does our opponent have 2 copper left? Oh, I might have a copper. I can't possibly have 2 copper, though. I don't know. I don't think I have 2 copper. We need to start looking at pile out possibilities. Our opponent has 1 more landing party, so they're probably going to play a Margrave this turn. So we need to think about that. Right? They can wish into Margrave, play the Margrave, play Leprechaun, play their last landing party, play 2 bridge trolls, 1 from the wish. That's what I would do, but maybe there's a win, and I can't even see it. I can't imagine it, though. I mean, they have 2 festivals, so 2 festivals, 2 bridge trolls, and a Margrave is 6 buys on top of all that. That's 2 piles, but I'm not sure what my opponent's thinking about. I would be taking that Margrave. Oh, they might not have a wish in hand, I guess. It might be in the bottom 3 cards. Which is fine, so long as it's not the absolute bottom card. My opponent's definitely in a better position to be taking provinces with those golds. But, you know, they're in a weird position after this turn because their landing party's being stranded. So who knows? We need to set ourselves up to win in 2 turns. Margrave. I mean, it has to be a Margrave. I just can't imagine it being anything else. Maybe they have a landing party down in those 3. Like, maybe it's just nothing good in those 3 cards. Even still, the attack is valuable. Not playing with Margrave here is just baffling. I need to go to the bathroom. But if my opponent gets a Margrave, then I need to respond to the attack, so I'll wait until after my turn, I think. There we go. Well, I didn't like drawing that card. But there's no real choice here. I just wish I had drawn something like a silver. Yeah, this is the turn I expected my opponent to have. And then play your treasures. I know what you have. I guess play your count if you want. Maybe you don't want to. Count 3 golds, silver, copper, right? Yep. Yep, that was obvious. And then you probably want to take... Do you want to take defensive green? I'm not sure. So their next turn shouldn't be very good. It shouldn't be great. It might be good. So what's the best our opponent can do? Right now they have 4 actions. Yeah, it's pretty good. Their draw is kind of weak though. They could try to bolster that, like Festival Margrave, Bridge Troll maybe. Unclear. Dungeon. Interesting. This triggers a shuffle, which I don't love. We could stop here. I don't love that either. If the bottom card was a landing party and I had the silver in hand, I think I would stop. Okay, so our opponent, what is the best they can do? Let me think about their draw. Landing party increases hand size by 1. Festival Margrave increases hand size by 1. So they have 2 actions, 5 cards. They can play 1 more festival. And they have 3 actions. 3 bridge trolls. Excuse me, they have 2 bridge trolls they can play. So in terms of plus buy, they have potentially 7 buys. That's not good for me. Maybe 8 buys, actually. Do we threaten to win here? I'm not sure that we do. I guess we do with count. I guess we do. Dungeon does seem better than Innkeeper. Oh, hold on a moment. Could I have just one? Um, no, I didn't have enough buys for the estates. I think I get an estate. Alright. Our opponent didn't have nearly as good a turn as we feared, and that's all their landing parties, so now they're in a really, really tough spot. And they didn't get to play their Margrave, which is great for me. I'm definitely willing to play one landing party here. If I get all our bridge trolls into play, we can empty bridge trolls and festivals. Yeah, we are threatening to win. We don't have the draw, so we need the right sequence. But we're not like super far off from draw. And our opponent's guaranteed to have a bad turn, so if we can set up like a research on count, that can help out our next turn. And a dungeon, like, yeah, that'd be real good. Save one landing party. That all looks good to me. But we do want to find our Margrave. That attack is very good. Thank you for playing that copper. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. That should make it really easy to win. Or not. Alright, so we have 6 buys. So count can gain a duchy, and we get 3 estates. That's 13. We're player 2, so we can take a tie. We didn't get to attack. So if we take the coins, then we can buy a province. feel like we shouldn't have to. I mean, the coins are just strictly better. That was a uncommonly poor turn. Our next turn should be pretty good, though. So our opponent's banking on being able to empty bridge trolls and estates. I can't really guard against that very well. We can get 3 duchies. Oh, what if we got 3 duchies and 3 estates? That's a kind of wacky thing to do. Because now we force our opponent to get provinces. They do have an easier time of that than I do because of their golds. Can they win with 1 province, I guess, if I do that? They can. All it would take is province and bridge trolls. So what's easier for our opponent? 3 estates or 1 province is the question. Wait, actually, hold on. If I take 3 duchies and 3 estates, that's 12 VP. Oh, so our opponent would need a duchy on top. I don't know. It's kind of wacky, but I think that's the line I want. I guess that opens up the opponent taking 4 duchies. Can our opponent get 4 duchies? They probably have a festival down there. Dungeon in play. Actually, it's harder for them to get the buys, I think. Getting to 5 buys is not trivial for them. Should I just take a copper so I can get a duchy? Man, I don't actually know. Hold on, there's another option here I hadn't considered. If I take 3 estates now, right, then we're forcing our opponent to get province, duchy, double bridge troll. They can't win on the 4 duchies now. That seems difficult. That seems difficult to me. I guess triple duchy also. This is like really good cards. Too bad they were all at the bottom of my deck. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Double province is pretty good for our opponent, though. Oh, shoot. We have a dungeon at the start of our turn, too. Yeesh. This dungeon is not good at all. No! Is it better to discard the landing party? So that we definitely have the buys we need? It might be. This is really unfortunate. Shoot! This is really bad. I think I lose because of that draw. I think I lose. Could have taken the tie. I could have taken the freaking tie. If you just shuffle my deck differently, I have a win there on one turn or the other. That's beyond frustrating. Beyond frustrating. Do we want a second crucible? I think I'd rather just trash slowly with one crucible. Oh great, we have all three estates so that our crucible misses. Man. So we're gonna hit 4 or 3 next turn. Guess Crucible is pretty good with Fortress. Oh my god. I'm glad somebody gets to have fun this game. That's a wrap.